Welcome back to the Just Livin' podcast. As you can see, I am with myself and unnamed, my co-host unnamed. We don't have a name for him at the moment, so if you have a name suggestion, please comment. Let us know, because I'm bad at naming. Um, so, as you can see, it's a solo podcast, which is different, that's for sure. So the problem we recorded a podcast with a few people, and it turned out kind of not good. So decided not to post it, but I still feel like posting twice a week, and so I'm gonna try to get this out. This is Tuesday night, it's 7:43, so I'm gonna try to get this out tonight. But it might not happen. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Yeah. So I wanted to come on here and talk about some few things I've been thinking a lot, of course. By the way, this is the second time that I had to record this because the first time the audio got messed up. So I'm sorry, this might not be the best because I just did a good one and the audio got fucked. So that sucks. But yeah. So first of all, I wanted to address the hurricane, whatever it's called. I can't think of it right now. But hurricane. Yeah, my parents are in. They're probably 2 hours away from. Well, we don't know where it's gonna hit, I guess. They're in the zone. They're in zone B. So they should leave. But they're staying because they don't really have a choice, unfortunately. I mean, they do. But they're in a good position. They're about 10 feet above the sea level. So the biggest fear, kind of, because the winds right now, looking for where the area is, isn't going to be really, really terrible. It's going to be like 80 mile per hour and plus. So that's not the wind isn't necessarily the scary part, but the storm surge seems to be pretty scary. If they're at about, again, like I said, 10 feet of elevation, so if that storm surge goes any higher than that, then they will get floodwater. Yeah, so hold on. I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to cut this because I just want to make sure the audio is good because I don't want to redo this again. Okay, we're back. Audio's good. Thank God. Jeez, that would have sucked. I am not a big fan of that. I still don't really understand why I have to mess with some stuff right now because it's kind of messed up. But you can hear me, and it's not glitchy, which is what the problem was last time. So we're good. Yeah, so they're about 10 feet above, so the big deal, and they're looking at right now through all the predictions, which, who knows, you look at one source and it tells you a completely different thing. You look at another source and it's like, yeah, this is the way it's actually going to be. It's like, what the hell am I even supposed to believe? But they don't really know either, so unfortunate. But they're in a good position. So hopefully everything turns out great for them and my grandparents, along with everyone else in Florida, because this is going to be a really rough one, and it's going to go pretty much straight for Tampa, they think, right now, and that's pretty scary because that's a lot of people are going to get wiped out. Hopefully most people leave, but the people who stay, it's going to be rough, and their houses, a lot of people's houses, they're going to lose them. So that's really sad. So prayers, praying for them, because that's a rough situation. He knows. But so that's what I wanted to address first. Also, my mom told me to make like a clickbait title for this and be like, "My parents are in the hurricane," to get clicks. So hopefully that, if you did click on this because of that title, the clickbait title, stay because you won't regret it. Hopefully, I hope. Anyway, I don't know. You might. I want to address the solo podcast. We filmed the podcast. Yeah, I already said that. But I also want to address. I might have to do this more often, which I don't mind. I like talking. But every once in a while I'll probably throw in a solo podcast just because scheduling reasons, like Landon can't be here or I can't get guests or whatever. All of us are busy. We're all young. We're all still in school, and we all have jobs, so it's kind of hard, to schedule right now. But that's okay. So you might be seeing more of these, which... Let me know what you think about this one because I'll continue to do them when I have to, but if you guys don't like it, then I don't want to do them. So yeah, that's where I'm on that. But I also might. Yeah, okay, I got through that. Plans for the pod. Wait, did I not? Yeah. Okay. So my main. Sorry. My main, I like plan for, not plan, but I want, I want to help people. I want to help people feel comfortable in their own skin, feel comfortable with their own feelings and emotions, because everyone has them, but it seems to me like people just like to brush them off and stuff, which that's human beings, it's going to happen. But I want to be able to make sure people feel like they can relate to someone, I'm talking about this, my feelings or whatever it is, something vulnerable, open, so that others can be like, okay, that he thinks the same way, or he's been through the same thing, and they can connect and just have someone there that is experiencing the same thing or has been through the same rough situation. I take a lot of inspiration from that, from the Matt and Shane Seeger podcast and Theo Vaughn podcast. They both are they're all comedians, but they talk a lot about some very personal things and very vulnerable topics, and I think that's really awesome. But I feel like you can't connect with them as much. I feel like people might be able to connect with me more because, number one, I'm younger. Number two, I'm living in this time period, you know what I mean? Like, we experience young people and I will experience the same things in a sort of same fashion because we're all in the same generation, we're all in the same time period, whatever it is. But I just want to make sure people feel better about themselves. It's okay to think, it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to have all these thoughts. It's okay, it's just how you deal with it is a different thing. But you're not alone, and hopefully I can give that to people. And I want to address, if I do more solo podcasts or if I have just in general, I want to go into some of these deeper topics and try to help people. That's what I want to make this about, helping people, but also doing it in a fun way where people are still entertained. It's not just going to be about helping. Sorry, Jesus. But yeah, I want to do that. I think that would be good. So I also want to talk about people doubting what could be. Of course you should have doubt. I have doubts, and I should have doubts. I shouldn't just be completely delusional about it. I think very positively about it because I think this is going to do good. But I wanted to say that the people out there that think this won't do good, when I am doing good, when this podcast inevitably, I'll put it out there, it will take off. At some point in time, I'm gonna go back, clip this, and put it in a podcast and talk about it and be like, hey, haters, or not haters, but people who doubted me, look at this. Look where I'm at. I just wanted to get that out there because people should be, I'm not saying people should lift me up or, praise me for doing this. I'm just saying just be positive to each other. Why is everyone so negative? Why do people have to be like that? It sucks. It really sucks. It doesn't help anybody at all. Sorry. It annoys me. A little bit, as you can tell. But yeah. And then I also want to talk about the business podcast. The whole reason I started doing this podcast because I got all the equipment for the business podcast. And then I was like, well, I need to practice. I need to learn how to do it so my business podcast doesn't look like garbage. So that is the only reason that we're doing this, to be honest. And then I was like, okay, actually, I do like doing this and talking to my friends and having my friends on and stuff. But I also want to do the business. So I want to do both. But the business podcast, I explained it in a prior episode. I think episode 2, part 1. Part 2, sorry. It was episode 2, part 2. Yes. So if you already heard it, sorry, I'm going to tell you again. But yeah, I just want to talk to people who, I'm calling it the business podcast, which I don't really have a name for it yet, but that's kind of the best way to describe it. Basically, it's going to be, I go and talk to people who have done well in life. They don't have to, necessarily worry about money. I'm not talking like mega rich. I'm talking people who are doing good. They're doing good. They don't have hundreds of millions of dollars, but they have a good amount of money. And I just want to hear their advice, but I also want to hear about their career. I want to learn as much as I can I just like learning. But my biggest reason for this is because my career, which is, I want to be a welder. That's the career path I'm going down right now. And I don't know what I want to do in that field. I don't know if I want to be a pipe fitter. I don't know if I want to be, on the pipeline. I don't really know what to look at. You look on YouTube or you look on Google or whatever, and you look up everyday pipeline life. It's like you might find some, but not very many good. So I want to, because I would like to know that information. I'd like to know as much about my career as I possibly can before I go into it, and I think most people do. I want to interview people that are in a certain career path. And sorry about that. But I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Ugh. Go away, sneeze. But I think giving that opportunity to people to, God damn it, I'm going to cut that. But I want to give that opportunity to people to learn about their career before they go into it, because for most people, you're gonna, go down a career path, and you're probably going to end up in that career path or something very similar. And you want to be in a career that you like or that you can manage, that you can deal with. It doesn't make your life terrible. It doesn't make you not want to, get up every day. So I want to give people that advantage to where they can look at things and then, like, say if I interview a nurse and they say some positive things and they just talk about what their everyday looks like, and you as a viewer who might want to be a nurse looks at that and goes, hey, that sounds terrible. Actually, that's not what I want to do at all. Or maybe you look at it a different way and go, okay, maybe I want to be a different kind of nurse. I don't know. I just want to help people out like that. And I feel like as much as there is a lot of information out there, there is lacking. I feel like I can make up for that. And also I just want to talk to people and get advice. Getting advice from people who are more on our level, you know what I mean? Like hearing advice from like Joe Rogan and all these big top guys, you can't really relate to that. But if you're getting advice from someone that is more on our level, our income level, or what our life level, you can relate to it, or you can ingest it better, So I want to do that. That is my big reason for the business podcast. For another solo podcast, I might do some research about stuff and then come on here and talk about certain things or whatever. I don't know. That's in my notes. But I also want to do some shorter, this kind of goes along with what I just said, a shorter video essay, which is basically where I go do research, maybe with a co-host or someone who else is interested in the topic. We go do research on something, we come back, and then we talk about it. Maybe we listen to a book and then take notes on it or something, or watch a movie. I don't know. It could be anything. It literally could be anything. But it would be a shorter form content so people don't have to sit through an hour, because I know a lot of people don't do that. They won't sit, which is fine. You don't have to. That's a beautiful thing about YouTube. You choose. You watch a video and you don't like it, click off. You didn't buy it. You're watching it for free. So, yeah, I want to do that. I think that might help with growth. And I don't even know what that is. But I want to show my appreciation for you guys. I have that in my notes. I really appreciate all of this. You guys watch. There's so many views on these. They get a good amount of views. Like they all have over like 100. There's one video that has like a little over 100, but the rest of them have like over 250, and that's unbelievable. I'm so happy with that. I'm so pleased. They all get decent likes. They all get good comments. I really appreciate that, guys. It means the world to me. You have no idea how long I've been wanting to do this. Like back in the day, you watch Minecraft YouTubers or whatever. I watch YouTubers. I always wanted to do that. Like I used to stream on Twitch. It was this dumbest stuff. I used to stream like Minecraft and stuff like that. And of course I was boring and no one wanted to watch. But I've always wanted to do this. So I really appreciate you liking and supporting me for that, because it means the entire world to me. You have no idea. Even if this doesn't work, it's still really awesome. 300 people watching a video is nuts. I can't imagine 300 people. And 300 people are watching. It's really awesome. I really appreciate you guys, and please, and I want to say this too, if you guys have opinions, or you think I did this wrong, or you think this could be done better, I won't take them all. Some of them I won't agree with, but I do want you guys to talk to me or comment or DM me or whatever it is about something that I could do better, or an idea that you have or something. I just want to know what's the best, like what people like. So like the thumbnails, please let me know, comment on the thumbnails. I'd love that. I want to know what works best. I want to know what you guys like the most. Obviously I can't do everything, but I want to try to make that a possibility to where I can work on certain things. So yeah, I think that that'll wrap it up. I apparently had a lot more. No, actually, yeah, I talked for about 17 minutes last time, 15 minutes right now. So this is pretty good. I think I touched on all the subjects that I want to talk about. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I will catch you. The next one will most likely, I think it'll be Zoc. I'm interviewing Zoc next, so that's exciting. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think about this, and yeah, uh, I don't know what else to say. I'll catch you in the next episode.